Hey guys, Jacob and Mario here.
Hey.
It's the last topic for the week, so we're going heavy. How do you know when it's time to walk away from an anime series that you don't care about or you're just not enjoying?
Or if you're like let's just say it's like a 50 episode sort of series and you've watched like 25 episodes and you're like, oh, I gotta finish it just cause.
Yeah, like...
Should you just abandon it and just...
How to deal with anime fatigue,
yes.
essentially.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good thing as well.
Anime fatigue is definitely something that I feel a lot. I get
it sometimes.
Yeah, I imagine you do. You watch so much.
Yeah. So, okay, let's just talk about the fatigue thing and then we'll talk about...
how to walk away.
Yeah, how to walk away.
Or when to walk away.
So, there comes times when I've watched, for me, I watch all the new episodes that come out.
You watch...
As it comes out. And
every time I come over, there's anime on the second screen of your computer while you're working.
So there's that. And then I watch older anime in between junctures where I don't have anything else to watch. Yeah. And sometimes it will become too much.
It'll become mature?
Huh?
It'll become a chore.
Yeah. It comes to a section of time where I don't know what the feeling is, where I feel bored with it.
Yeah.
But I still want to watch the anime.
Well, it's something that we don't even need to necessarily call it down for just anime. With streaming culture in general, once you hit the 8th or 9th episode of, be it 20-minute or 40-minute episodes, it's like your brain just cannot deal with that much information. Sometimes you have to walk away because then it's that you need to process and put in place all the things that you've just been told. It might not be work, but it's still information.
Yeah. So my current cycle with how I sort of approach it so I'm not getting bored is I have a mixture of things where I just stay on one sort of thing. So I'll watch tons and tons of anime. Then I just will not watch anything for a week, anime related for a week. Just watch YouTube videos or watch Netflix stuff that's not nothing related to anime. Just 1 week. That's all I do. And then I'm refreshed completely.
Well, the way I recognize it is I'll be watching something and the moment I realize that I've missed what has been said, or I don't know where I am in the episode because I've been on my phone, then I know that my brain has shut off. Because I'm very good at focusing on episodes for a long period of time. I am historically a binge watcher of things. I will watch an entire season of the latest Daredevil in a day. I watch, I love sitting down and just having content just come straight at me. But the moment I realize that it's I'm on my phone. Oh, what did he say? Oh, what's happening? It's okay. Go back to the start of this episode. Walk away. Do something else. Watch something else even.
You're very different with for it. Because I'll watch the entire thing, but I'll just will become bored with it, but I'll continue watching and retaining all that information.
The moment I'm bored with something, I won't watch it again.
Oh, right.
The moment it's I'm not enjoying this, I'm bored of this, I don't care. It's off. There's so much content out in the world that once something sort of fails to hold my attention because it's poorly made or it's boring, no, next. Thank you, next.
But something may not necessarily be boring. You're just over the whole what I'm explaining with anime. I watched so many different things with it. But at the end of the day, it's all anime at the end of the day. Right. So it starts to become the same sort of thing.
I get that. I'm talking more focused series. But when it comes to you watch so much that, of course, you would get sick of watching animated characters and reading subtitles all the time and trying to correlate that information. You would need to walk away.
It's a bit taxing on the brain because when I read subtitles now, it's such a involuntary sort of thing. I don't notice it. It's subconsciously I'm reading it.
It also helps that you know Japanese. Yeah. So you can sort of pick up on phrases that you're not reading fast enough. Yeah. Or that are happening in the periphery.
So just subconsciously.
Not everyone has that.
Yeah.
luxury.
Subconsciously, I can just watch an anime on the side, with it on the side and do work and stuff as well while I'm at it because I work from home. And I'll know everything they've said and what they've done and all that. But it becomes taxing on the brain because I'm working on different things and trying to multitask so much that you need a break from that, obviously.
Yeah, you're not really in a position where you can stop and just watch anime. You're always working,
which is sad.
Such is the life of the entrepreneur.
Yeah, every day.
Whereas me as a shift worker, and when it comes to film gigs, it could be months in between work. I have a lot of time to just sit and watch, which is why I'm more selective with things. Like I said, once something bores me, and it's like, you know what? Honestly, I don't care. I can thank you next it, and I'm all good. So,
okay, getting back on. So we've discussed that point. Things becoming stagnant.
The next point.
Yeah. just making sure that you're mixing stuff up, and if you feel like you're run down, don't just quit anime altogether because you feel like you're run down from it. Just watch something else for a little bit, and you'll become more prone.
Get outside, move around, make yourself a snack, re-engage.
Yeah, just do something different. That's all you
There's
really need to do.
There's only so much information your brain can take in. Yeah. You might be able to watch 20 episodes in one go, and someone else might only be able to watch 6. That's just the way it goes. Your mileage may vary. Yeah. But for a meatier side of this topic,
yes.
How do you know when you just don't want to watch an anime anymore?
Or when you should probably stop with that series.
Yeah.
So really, the biggest signs are if you're like for me, I don't have the choice. I have to watch it because I have to do reviews and stuff. But if you're just a general watcher, then you're just got to put on to the point that if you're watching it and you don't find that the characters are as engaging as you want them to be, or if you're feeling that you're not getting... It's a very hard thing to explain in some regards.
When you're not getting enjoyment out of the anime.
I mean, yeah, that's the crux of it, but I'm trying to explain it in a way that you can kind of get the vital points.
Yeah, when you've been watching something for so long and you realise it's
this could be a 12-episode sort of thing.
Yeah,
but,
it really could.
But there's certain signs when you start watching an anime that you should really just stop.
If it becomes habitual or work, then you know it's...
That's a good terminology. I like that. Okay, yeah. If it becomes work for you, then you should really try and figure out if you're going to want to watch that anime at that point. No one likes work, especially when it's like a general activity that you're trying to do. And I feel that there's a certain percentage of anime that sort of have that happen. For my personal sort of go with it, if I'm watching, let's just say 30 anime at one given time, I'd probably have to say at least 10 of them would be like that for me. So there's a large percentage of it, and that comes down to not liking the particular genre that's associated with that sort of...
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it also comes from people who feel like they have to watch stuff that they're not necessarily interested in.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like Dragon Ball Super, which is currently the thing that everyone has been watching recently.
You talk about that so much.
I mean, let's be fair. It's one of the ones that, like, for my point, a lot of people watch Dragon Ball. If you're not into Dragon Ball, like Mario, then...
Which is surprising to a lot of people, I know.
Then don't watch it. I mean, you may want to feel like you're part of the conversation, but if you don't enjoy it, what are you doing? Like, it's the same thing. It's the same reason I fell off One Piece. I loved One Piece for so long.
There's a lot of filler in it, though.
And it just begun to drag its feet too much for me. I'll watch One Piece Kai when it comes out, that's for sure, because I genuinely enjoy that show. But I don't care about being in the conversation with it, even if it is the popular thing. I can't. I had to give up on it because it was work. And it was unfulfilling because I felt like nothing was happening.
I feel like when One Piece, for me, when I was
as a big fan of One Piece.
Yeah. Originally, when I was watching it on an episode-to-episode basis, I still do, but this is back like years ago, and I've continued to watch it throughout the years. It was a lot easier to sort of get through that sort of... the filler and like the dragging sort of feeling that came along with that anime. But now that all the episodes are out, you can sort of skip it. So there's no feeling where you can actually sort of tie yourself into it.
Yeah, and that's sort of the to the crux of what I'm saying, particularly my view on this topic is don't watch an anime just because everyone else is. And because if that's not your thing, that's a clear way to burn yourself out, not just on that anime, but anime in general. And you'll sort of become sort of, I'm trying to think of the right word, not an enemy, sort of antagonistic towards that style.
Yeah, which is really a bad thing to like get into your mindset, because then you're just going to start avoiding that anime with that particular genre or something.
And something could be really good, like sort of what I learnt with slice of life anime. I always just craft on slice of life. Oh, who cares about the school club? Like, whatever.
But there's a
but I really like
one called GJ Club. It was good. It was a good slice of life.
Yeah.
Literally, they did nothing as they hung out in like the school after school and just talked and did stupid crap.
I can live with that. See, that's my style.
Yeah.
I like well-written sort of stuff. And when it comes down to it,
well, I think everyone does.
You gotta watch what you like. Don't watch something because if someone says, hey, you need to watch this.
Even if we suggest it, even if we say, it's good, it's good. Don't watch it if you don't like
Be
the
honest.
genre.
Be like, man, I can't stand these buff dudes shouting with their blonde hair anymore. I'm just over it.
Or I feel like if you've watched 3 episodes in an anime and you're like on the fence about watching more of it, just stop there and watch something new. Because there's so much damn anime out there, you don't have the time.
So much.
You don't have the time to be like sort of on the fence about if I want to finish the rest of it, because you regret it. Like I regret it. I have to waste my time on this stuff. I'm not saying it's a waste. I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but I still have to watch this, and that's my time I've given up to watch that particular thing, even if I don't really want to watch it. And you have a choice in this matter.
Yeah,
you have a choice, guys.
Yeah, there is so much. It's an anxiety of choice nowadays, but it's just the issue that comes with streaming culture, which is why I think it should be talked about in this sort of format. Streaming culture, it doesn't just apply to anime; it applies to Netflix and Stan and wherever you get your content. Yeah,
Anime Lab.
Like I was trying to get into a Netflix show recently, and I'm like, man, it's really dragging its feet. And my friend said, wait till episode 7. That's when it really kicks off. It's like
7 episodes, though.
3/4 through the series?
The hell?
No.
Yeah. Like, if anyone says that to you and it's 3/4 through the series, you just go, shut the up.
Like, really? Like,
Jesus.
And when someone says that about an anime, it's like, oh, all right. If you wait until the 3rd arc, if you can just make it to the 3rd arc or the 3rd boss battle, it's like...
That's when it gets really good, guys.
Yeah.
So wait, you want me to watch 200 episodes?
The first part of Sword Art's great, but if you suffer through, the latest season's really good. I'm not going to watch that.
I don't want to suffer through. If anyone tells you, or even if you're the person about to say this crap, just shut up.
Don't.
Just shut up. Don't do that. If you're having to explain it that way, oh my God, just stop.
There have been things where it's honestly like, wow, episode 5 really got me. I'm glad I stuck with this. But you still watched 4 episodes of something that you didn't enjoy. The only time you should ever suffer through a bad episode of something is the first episode of My Hero Academia.
Well,
don't be like me.
This is why. Watch 3 episodes. I think 3 episodes give you a good laywork. Like, was it Fairy Tales we were discussing earlier on this week?
Yeah.
That's
a perfect example.
2 episodes in, it was sort of they were setting stuff up. It wasn't really much happening. 3rd episode, things started to pick up. It got into its rhythm, and that's what I think every anime deserves. Watch 3 episodes. If you're on the fence, watch something else.
3rd episode is where they introduce some cool stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, like it's a weird nebulous topic. We're hesitant to really bring it up because it comes down to personal preference.
Yeah.
But if you're struggling to figure this out, that's what we're here for.
It's such a for some people it might just be a no-brainer thing. I understand that. But sometimes you just need to have that discussion.
Some of you might be thinking, man, I just don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
And we're saying, don't.
Yeah, don't do that to yourself.
Listen to your gut.
Just the people. So many people come to advice. When they come to advice, they go, "Oh, what anime is good? Or what's out there? Like, what's out there?" Blah, blah, blah. You really need to look around more. If you're feeling that there's not enough anime out there, you haven't really looked too much. I don't think. Look at my anime. Go on my anime list. It's probably the biggest anime related site that has literally a whole database on anime, their synopsis, what they're about. There's reviews on there, all this different stuff. Go there. You'll be able to find anime up until, what was it, 1970 something? I don't know, something ridiculous like that, even earlier. But you'll be able to find anime out there that you're bound to find more than a couple in there that you'll like to watch.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There will always be an anime for you. There is an anime about a polar bear who owns a cafe, who employs a lazy panda who's best friends with a penguin. Now, if that doesn't sound like it's for you, there's other stuff out there. But if that really, really got you going, like it did for me, then there's hope. There is hope. Yeah. There's something for everyone.
Yeah. So break down 3 episodes.
Yeah, 3 episodes.
Yeah.
When it starts to feel like work, stop.
Give it up, yeah.
And if someone says, if you want to watch something just because everyone else is watching it and you don't enjoy it, own the fact that you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it's clearly not for you, and that's okay.
Or if one of these assholes come up to you and say, hey, it gets really good by the 3rd arc, so you have to watch 100 episodes, then just don't do it.
Just give up. Yeah. It's okay.
It's okay.
There's so much out there.
Like they say, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Yes,
so there's plenty of anime in the sea.
And Japan is an island surrounded by ocean, so they know that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the topics that we've brought to you this week.
Yeah.
And
we'll see you next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Peace.